On a modern battlefield, your survival can come down to just a few seconds. But what if there was a new weapon that could just wipe those seconds off the clock entirely? We're talking about China's new Ghost artillery, and let me tell you, it's one of the biggest shakeups in land warfare we've seen in decades. Just imagine a weapon that can hit you from 100 kilometers away, and by the time you've even figured out where the attack came from, it's just vanished. A total ghost on the battlefield. So the real question is, how on earth is that even possible? And look, this isn't some concept for the far-off future. All the reports are indicating that this technology is in trials right now, and it's about to completely rewrite the rules of engagement. Okay, so let's start by digging into the machine at the very center of this revolution. What exactly is this seemingly impossible weapon? This right here is the SH16. It's a brand new 155mm self-propelled howitzer. And it was pretty much designed from the ground up for just one thing: total battlefield dominance through automation, range, and sheer speed. And we're not talking about a distant blueprint. The system is reportedly in field trials as we speak, with a possible first public look in 2025, and it's planned to actually enter service before 2027. So yeah, this is a near-future reality. But the real revolution here isn't just the gun itself. It's what's going on inside, or actually what's going on outside the turret, that really makes the SH16 a game changer. So its most incredible feature has to be its completely automated and uncrewed turret. All of that complex, really dangerous work of loading and firing these massive shells, it's all handled by robots. There are no humans inside it during combat. None. Just take a second to think about what this really means. A standard howitzer needs a crew of 4, maybe 6 people, all working in this cramped, super vulnerable turret. The SH16, it only needs 2, a driver and a commander, and they're both tucked away safely down in the vehicle's hull. This is so much more than an efficiency gain. It's a fundamental shift in how you keep soldiers alive on the battlefield. And this really gets to the core philosophy. The goal, as one analysis puts it, is to cut casualties and keep the vehicle fighting. The turret is basically being treated as a giant expendable weapons pod. So if it takes a direct hit, the human crew is kept out of harm's way and they're ready to fight another day. So the crew is way safer. That's a massive leap forward. But, that protection wouldn't mean much without the second key piece of the puzzle. It's absolutely extraordinary, almost unheard of, range. 100 kilometers. Just let that number sink in for a moment. That's the ability to hit targets like airfields, command posts, and logistics hubs from way beyond the horizon, deep inside enemy territory. So how in the world does it do that? Well, it's a combination of things. It uses a really long 50 caliber barrel. We're talking over 8 meters long, which lets it fire these advanced extended range shells like the WS-35 at incredibly high speeds. It's pretty simple, really. A longer barrel means a longer, more powerful shot. Let's just put all the specs together. We've got a 155mm 52 caliber gun that can hit that 100 kilometer mark. It can fire 8 to 10 rounds a minute, and it's all operated by just 2 people. These numbers put it in a category that, frankly, many Western armies are still just trying to develop. But this brings us right back to our main question. A shell traveling 100 kilometers is still going to take several minutes to get there. So how can its enemy have no time to strike back? Clearly, range isn't the whole story here. The answer isn't just in the hardware. It's in the whole new way of fighting that this hardware makes possible. This is where we get into the idea of hit-and-vanish warfare. The tactic is called shoot, scoot, and survive. Here's how it works. The S16 gets target data, it fires a super fast automated salvo, we're talking maybe 4 shells in about 15 seconds, and then it immediately gets moving. By the time any counterfire arrives, it's just hitting an empty patch of dirt. So here's the crucial point. That phrase, no time to strike back, it's not about the shell's flight time, it's about the tactical window. Modern radar can trace a shell's origin in under 10 seconds. The SH16 is designed to fire and move inside that window, making its firing position a ghost. And a high-speed tactic like this is only possible because of the digital brain behind all the brawn. AI-assisted fire control, and a design that was built from the very beginning to be part of a bigger digital network. See, the SH16 doesn't fight by itself. It gets targeting data instantly from drones, satellites, and other sensors. There's an onboard AI that crunches all the complex ballistic calculations, which frees up the human crew to just focus on making the tactical calls. The whole chain from spotting a target to firing that first shell is super automated and incredibly fast. One analysis put it in a way that makes a lot of sense. Think of it like a hybrid. It's got the raw power of a traditional howitzer, but it has the intelligence and the connectivity of a self-driving, sensor-fed weapons truck.
So what does a system like this actually mean on a global scale? I mean, does this kick off a whole new kind of arms race? Well, the SH16 is a pretty big challenge. It's a brand new design built from a clean sheet of paper and totally focused on automation. Meanwhile, a lot of Western armies are still just upgrading older platforms, like the American M109 Paladin, which are based on much older design ideas. This could create a serious technology gap that might force some faster modernization and a big shift in doctrine just to counter it.
And the real challenge here isn't just about building a bigger gun or a longer-range shell. It's about trying to replicate this deep integration of sensors, AI-driven fire control, and mobile platforms all working together. The real race is in software and networking, not just in the hardware.
Which, of course, leaves us with one final, much bigger question. As systems like the SH16 make warfare faster, more automated, and more dependent on algorithms, who or what is truly in control of the battlefield anymore?